Death of a 15-year-old girl while giving birth exposes dark practice of child marriage in Zimbabwe. Her son and the babies of other teenage mothers play together in the dirt while the mothers wait for their instructor. They speak in low tones about the circumstances that led to the death of 15-year-old Anna Machaya during childbirth in July. I heard of her death with great shock. What if it were me? I feel lucky to be alive because I gave birth in the house. Anything could have happened, Faith said. Machaya died while giving birth in July at Johann Marange Apostolic Church Shrine, Zimbabwe's police said in August. She was married to one of the church's members, 26-year-old Hatirarami Mambarum. Her death has sparked an outcry in Zimbabwe. A petition against child marriage has garnered thousands of signatures, and many campaigners hope her case will expose the practice of child marriage, which is outlawed in the country but has continued, despite the threat of legal action. According to the campaign group, Girls Not Brides in Zimbabwe, over a third of girls are married before the age of 18 and 5% are married before their 15th birthday.
Husband and parents arrested. Mambarum is facing rape charges, while her parents have been charged with obstructing the course of justice for allegedly providing false identification documents to the police concealing her real age, Nyathi said. Authorities allege that Machaya's parents, Edmore Machaya and Shima Bika, also promised to give a 9-year-old to Mambarum. I have been asked not to comment on this issue until the investigations are done, she said. The government has typically turned a blind eye to the practice of child marriage. Zimbabwe has two sets of marriage laws, the Marriage Act and Customary Marriages Act. Neither law gives a minimum age for marriage consent, while the customary law allows polygamy. A new marriages bill that is before Parliament for debate seeks to synchronize the laws, ban the marriage of anyone below 18 years and prosecute anyone involved in the marriage of a minor. A church under scrutiny. The practice of child marriage is widespread in townships and rural Zimbabwe, where most of the country's poor live, and where parents often say they are forced to give away their young daughters in marriage to reduce the burden of their upkeep. The Apostolic Church has also come under scrutiny as young girls are encouraged to marry older men, for spiritual guidance. According to Girls Not Brides. Human Rights Watch said child marriage is rampant among some apostolic churches. Child marriage is rampant in Zimbabwe, especially among indigenous apostolic churches, an evangelical group that mixes Christian beliefs with traditional cultures and has millions of followers across the country, HRW said in a post. Nyasha Marange, a spokesperson for the Johann Marange Apostolic Church where Anna died, said the church did not allow marriage involving children under 18 years and denied that its members were abusing minors. He said that the teenager died in the shrine owned by the church but not inside the church premises. According to him, the Zimbabwe government banned church gatherings to prevent the spread of COVID-19 and that regular church services have not been held since. The shrine is where members perform prayers and receive spiritual instruction from the church leader. It is said to be sacred as it carries spiritual power, according to the church authorities. Marange added that the church cooperated with police and church members helped in finding Mambarum when he allegedly went into hiding following her death. Parents rarely report cases of abuse to the police for fear of embarrassing the church, according to Zimbabwe Council of Churches General Secretary Kenneth Mtata. At the moment, we have many cases where sentencing seems not to be happening, and many people get away with it, Mtata said. Lockdown causes rise in teenage pregnancies. Many schoolgirls were forced to stay at home, which saw child marriage increase, according to Natsareish Maritza, whose initiative is teaching teenage mothers self-defense lessons in Epworth, one of the poorest townships in southern Harare. Between January and February 5 this year, nearly 5,000 teenagers became pregnant while 1174 child marriages were recorded, Zimbabwe's Women's Affairs Minister Sithembiso Nyoni told the country's parliament in March. Women's Minister Nyoni said officials were collecting data compiling statistics on teen pregnancies, adding that rural areas were the most affected. We haven't had an update yet, but in rural parts of Zimbabwe, the pregnancies are not going down as expected. We are still compiling the data, and hopefully, we can see the scale. Men should stop this behavior, she said. She also called on authorities to take action against churches abusing teen girls. A life of pain and penury. Early marriage and a lack of qualifications often condemn young girls to a life of pain and penury. She says she's lost all hope of ever going back to school. Faith's husband works at a gold mine and the couple often do not see each other for weeks. What they both earn from their low-paid jobs can barely sustain the family. I survive by doing menial jobs. It is hard to get soap to wash my child's clothes. This is a tough life, she sighed. Aramuju makes less than $2 a day doing laundry and other house chores for the city's middle-class workers. She says her 9-month-old son often goes hungry. Life is just difficult, she said. Rutendo looks on soberly as Aramuju narrates her story. She is worried and pensive. The 16-year-old is pregnant and says she's yet to register for antenatal care at the local clinic. The teenager says her husband works at a gold mine, and their combined wages are not enough to keep them afloat. Mungai says her husband often beats her when they argue over the family's meager finances. Whenever I complain of hunger, he gets angry, she said, her voice cracking. There is no peace in the home.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe